A Rugby World Cup etched in the memories of every South African for years to come. From an agonizing defeat to heart-stopping victories, the 2023 tournament had it all. The 2023 World Cup was the most dramatic and controversial, but also the toughest. So how did the Springboks win it?
The time has finally come, South Africa.
When you go in as hard as you can go in.
The energy that you have, that hunger that you have, the desire that you have, that you want to someone up.
We're not going to do it anymore. That's lying to South Africa.
A collaboration between SuperSport and the Springboks, Chasing the Sun 2 is a gripping 5-part documentary series that follows the Boks' toughest Rugby World Cup campaign ever, culminating in glory on that historic night in Paris.
We are very, very powerful.
With unlimited access, a film crew shadowed the team for 2 years leading up to the 2023 Rugby World Cup, capturing remarkable behind-the-scenes moments
Guys are preempting what they're going to do. That's why it doesn't work.
and player antics.
What do you think I see in the stars? See us winning the World Cup.
A sequel to the acclaimed Chasing the Sun documentary series, which captured the Springboks' triumph in Japan in 2019, this time it's set to be even more captivating.
There's things that the public just hasn't seen, and even when we saw them for the first time, we were stunned. Obviously, we're doing the documentary side of it, but this is also the short-form side, do the marketing of it. So all the teasers, all the trailers, all the posters.
For head writer 𝗀𝗶𝗶𝘀𝗆, Chasing the Sun 2 will transcend the...
It's become more than just the Springboks and a team on the rugby field. It's their relationship with the people that support them, you know, the responsibility that they feel they hold to the little boy and girl that's growing up wanting to be a Springbok or just wanting to make a difference in South Africa. So the Springboks are a reflection of South African attitude, perseverance, you know, belief.
The film crew traveled across the country, capturing unique stories of everyday South Africans and some untold tales of their beloved Bokke.
Very important element of telling the stories to be in the communities where these players come from. We've covered most of the provinces. We've gone from Queenstown to Welkom to Amstelhof and Paarl to KZN.
Even the toughest Springbok can get overwhelmed by a film crew. While they're used to pressure on the field, facing cameras is a whole different ballgame. Boks center 𝗀𝗫cie 𝗿𝗆. You guys had a camera crew the whole time?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand and see what actually goes into the preparation leading up into a test match, the emotions, the mental side, all the coaching, the strategy, and all the hard work that goes in. So it was nice to, I suppose, give people a glimpse of that.
I'm not a movie star, so I wouldn't try to look nice or fancy around the cameras, you know. My job is to coach rugby, you know.
Yes, I saw that.
You know, we went to 7-1 split.
Springbok assistant coach 𝗀𝗻𝗔𝐴 Stick hopes the series will reveal how unexpected leaders emerged and found their voice.
The moments you're going to see in the Chasing the Sun 2, Peter stepped to toe in the changing room where he was taking over. People always think that Sia as a captain always makes decisions. And we've got a lot of great leaders in our team, and there are really, really touching moments.
People come up to you now and say, thank you. They don't say, well done. They say, thank you.
What makes this World Cup exceptional are the obstacles that the Springboks had to overcome to actually get to the final. Never mind win it.
So it's Augustine Poole who's been called up for head-on-head contact.
The team grappled with a string of injury setbacks, testing their resilience and depth.
when 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗶𝘀 got injured, when Malcolm Marx got injured. How did you guys react?
I was in the same position in 2019. I got injured in the first game, but I still won together with the team. It's a squad effort, and that's what we always speak about. On the podium at the end, when we won, everyone got their medal, all 33 players.
For Team Dr. 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗶, Makazole 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗶's fractured eye socket was particularly devastating.
I think I was messed up after 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗶's injury. You take a player off the field, you can see he's clearly injured. Like, you know this probably means it's the end of his World Cup. Then your head says, how old is 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗶? Can he really make the next World Cup? He asked me how long. I said, look, I think you're out for 6 weeks. And probably that's the first time I saw 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗶 cry.
From grueling training sessions to intense matches, the film crew captured every heart-stopping moment, including the pulsating knockout game against the hosts, France.
South Africa, French World Cup dreams.
The quarterfinal especially was tough.
I think it was more mindset going in there, knowing that, listen, we've got a job to do here, and all the things are going to be stacked against us, and those are all things that we can't control.
How did the team react on the field when 𝗀𝗏𝗏 charged down that conversion kick?
That was unreal. Like, you don't see that often, you know? Just having the awareness to even think about that in such a massive occasion, I mean, it just shows what a rugby player he is. That's the thing about having the right people in a team.
Everyone understands that 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏 is this special player, but they don't realize that this is a guy that also does a lot of hard work off the field. It's not something that comes from us as coaches.
In moments of near defeat, the team dug deep into what it means to be a Springbok and to be South African.
England, the only unbeaten side left in this tournament.
That semi-final, I'll be honest, I had to switch the TV off, go to the kitchen, come back, switch it back on. And then when we got the penalty and Pollard kicked it over.
A lot of things that we've planned didn't go according to the plan. We as coaches also had to make sure that from the top, we change our strategy. During the game, we had to tweak things around in some of our departments.
To our collective relief, the Bokke held their nerve.
Yeah, the Iceman. I've had to bet my house and everything that I have on someone to kick a goal. It would be him.
Even if you're down by how many points, the refusal to be defeated is not an option in this team.
By now, the Springbok coaching staff have proven themselves to be true rugby innovators. But what goes into their tactics?
From Rassie's creative use of traffic light signals on the sidelines to the notorious 7-1 split bench with forwards dominating, rugby fans will finally gain insight into the coaching team's strategy.
The unique selling point of Chasing the Sun is the moments before a game in the change room. The team talks at halftime, the team talks after certain matches.
Hope it's an interesting thing.
This all unfolded as the Springboks confronted their arch rivals, the All Blacks, in the pursuit of rugby's ultimate prize.
Wow, the defending world champions ranked #1.
In a game filled with controversy, South Africa dominated the early stages.
I mean, it wasn't the greatest game of rugby. Yeah, it was tense.
Which almost filed the way of the South Africans.
New Zealand showed resilience and found a way back into the game.
Been given. It's been coming for a while, the pressure was coming from the All Blacks now.
But the Springboks held on for their 4th Rugby World Cup.
We found a way again and we got the job done.
It's a classic tale of a team from diverse backgrounds defying the odds. The Springboks not only demonstrated what's achievable, but have become a shining example for a nation longing for heroes.
Chasing the Sun is showing the people. You're not only going to unite by winning. We need to also show them step by step our daily life. How do we live amongst each other? The respects amongst each other. If you want to change the world, you can only change what is around you.
I hope that there'll be a bit of insight into how the coaches thought about their plans and the plan that got presented to us. I think that's something that I'm looking forward to, because obviously we're in their heads quite a lot and they're in our heads, but to actually see how they came up with those amazing plans, that's what I'm excited to see.
And that's why this World Cup was for the people of South Africa.